Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And in this video, I'm going to be featuring a Malta game. And it's a British Tier 10 aircraft carrier that you can buy for coal. And I would highly recommend if you are looking to get into carrier which can, really, changes the game. Or at least carry the games. Malta is really powerful. In fact, I will try to showcase the strengths of Malta here, and will showcase you that how you can really deliver good strikes to basically on-ship classes. And well, you will find out eventually. So you can see here in the matchmaking, there is FDR and a couple of battleships along with some cruisers that are vulnerable to be citadeled by AP bombs, and I will get to that. But you can see here I'm coming up with these torpedo bombers. Now, these torpedo bombers, if you know what you're doing, they can be pretty devastating. Unfortunately, in this case, I'm doing exactly what I usually do in FDR, maneuvering the bombs during the attack run, which is obviously the strength of Malta as well. But they cannot maneuver super hard like FDR, and hence the reason why the Schlieffen only have taken one torpedo. He's just moving super fast. But still, since I do have the heal and I still do have at least one strike to do, I will just drop the Schlieffen again. And since these torpedoes deal a lot of damage, 6,500 almost, you can be still pretty devastating. You can see here, I still managed to only get 2 torpedoes, but you can see here, these 3 torpedoes deal 15,000 damage, which is very impressive for a aircraft carrier torpedoes. And for some reason, the moment I got spotted by FDR planes, there is Satsuma that might be shooting me there. And this is something that you should be very careful when you play Malta, because it has tons of strengths, but only one weakness, and that is its terrible hull. I mean, you can compare Malta's hull to that of Minotaur. It is that bad. And I'm not joking. It is almost like a Minotaur hull on aircraft carrier, except for the deck, which is pretty tanky at long ranges. So if you are keeping yourself angled enough, you'll be just fine. But anyways, now talking about the AP bombs, right? And I'm dropping these AP bombers on battleships. Usually, if you have a larger profile, you do have 15 AP bombs in payload, and if you drop it precisely, you can deal upwards of 10,000 damage with these AP bombs. And now you can see here that I did almost 12,000. The initial strike, he's maneuvering a bit hard, but in this one, he just completely straight lined, and that would help me a lot in getting some consistent damage on the Schlieffen. And that's the reason why the torpedo bombers that are pretty devastating, and the AP bombers, even on battleships, can be pretty devastating, okay? This is the thing that I really like about Malta. And Malta obviously have really good rockets against destroyers, but I don't usually use them much, except if I really have to counter destroyers, because those are pretty good around destroyers. If you want to farm them with the rockets, it's pretty good. And again, is cruisers that have 27mm plating or less. In general, light cruisers mostly, as well as some battleships that you want to pen their superstructure and get fires, permanent fires in fact. And that's where those rockets shine. But on the other hand, cruisers and the torpedoes and AP bombs are probably the bread and butter of the Malta gameplay. And you can see here I'm doing the same thing that I usually do. I just maneuver myself during the attack, and Schlieffen actually doing a really nice thing, trying to dodge these torpedoes precisely. But then he come across the island, and since he has to face the island here, he kind of getting himself beached. And since I do have another strike to do on the Schlieffen, you can see here, this poor guy, he kind of not have any chance, but he really did well, because he initially also able to dodge quite a lot of torpedoes, but not for long, unfortunately. And this is something that I kind of despise about aircraft carrier, that you are sort of sometimes very hopeless to do against aircraft carrier. Like, it is super brutal sometimes. I mean, we can talk about submarines. Sure, they are extremely annoying, but this thing that these aircraft carriers can do sometimes to battleships, cruisers, and destroyers, it just completely annihilates you like this. Like, I just completely killed the Schlieffen if I really want to, since he was isolated and its AA defense is kind of not good enough at all. So he just dies, unfortunately. Okay, but anyways, now I'm coming up with these AP bombs, and AP bombs are really nice against light cruisers like Nevsky, Brindisi, if you know what you're doing, right? And since he's just kind of reversing, and since you now do only have 15 bombs, RNG does come into play like this from time to time. And since Nevsky do have defensive fire for some reason, I decided to only save my strike myself and, you know, not drop him the next strike, because if I would have gone to him during defensive fire, I would have lost like 3-4 planes, and with only one plane would have just done at least like bare minimum damage to Nevsky. So I did not do the attack. This is something that should be very much understandable. I would have pre-dropped it, but I didn't expect Nevsky to have defensive fire, and that's the reason why I just didn't use the second strike. Okay, on the other hand, my division mates kinda getting farmed by destroyers, because in this game their destroyers are winning the game for them, and they also do have Jaegers, which are torpedo boat destroyers. So there's a Jaeger that got spotted. Unfortunately, Jaeger does not have AA at all. It has tier 3 or tier 2 levels of AA, so he's gonna be in a big trouble. I mean, he cannot shoot down planes at all. Even fighter planes he cannot shoot down. And then there is also Cassard. Enemy Cassard. It's a test ship right now. No, it's not a test ship. Never mind. It's a destroyer in early access, and someone just spent a ton of money to get this ship, unfortunately. And then there is Cassard that I have to deal with. Now, Jaeger died because he got spotted by my torpedo bombers. Now there is also Cassard, but Cassard is also a bit smart. He turned in, taking damage from a lot of other ships out there, you know, but I have to keep him spotted. He's having its AA turned off, but as long as I have keeping him spotted, since he also does not have good AA right now, he just really also can't do much. And I'm just gonna keep him spotted because he also does not have smoke, right? And everyone is shooting him and just devastating this guy, and now someone just killed him, which is nice. So I just spotted the destroyers, and I'm doing what you should be doing in winning games. Spot the destroyers for your team and help them win the game. Otherwise, your battleships are going to suffer a lot, and in this game, I think I might be just a bit too late. Maybe I should have spotted those ships a bit early, since my one division mate is dead. And losing a Wisconsin right now is devastating. Why? Because he's the only one who's holding this 10 line, and if there's not if not for the destroyer, he would not have been spotted by anyone else and would have been survived this. But unfortunately, you can see here what our Holland is doing. He's just spotted by aircraft carrier now, and even though he is in Holland having very good AA, he will die, eventually getting spotted by FDR. Similarly, just like Jaeger and Cassard died. So this is something that you should not do. But you can clearly see the enemy team has a lot of points right now. They have 628 points already, and there are destroyers that are just moving freely. See, because our destroyers are not good enough in this game, and they've been pushed a bit too hard, and that's the reason why. And you can see here, Jaeger got shot by Shikishima pretty nicely out there. So I just have to keep him spotted. He can't do anything. Like, this is something that even though I'm not dropping him or doing damage to anything right now, but the spotting is really powerful. And that's the reason why, you know, maybe if they come up with this spotting rework thing for the carriers, then we will find out that what really going to happen. Now in this case, Jaeger again completely messed up. He tried to dodge torpedoes, but he didn't able to do that, so unfortunately, and he's just taking a massive damage from one torpedo, and he died, which is very much important right now. We killed their destroyers, 3 of them by my spotting, and then I have to come up to do something else as well. Now there's Nevsky, Slava, there are a lot of ships out there, and we do have destroyers, but this Adriatico again making a very big mistake. Sort of, he's shooting the guns. He knows that there is Humphreys, but he's still not understanding that how devastating Humphreys can be with the F button, because he can just smash him with a lot of burst fire, but he's not understanding that. And I'm also trying to spot Joshua Humphreys and trying to just send torpedoes. That's so that maybe our teammates will be able to do something about it. But you can see here, Joshua Humphreys is farming our Adriatico, and Yamagiri is also not supporting, and he will get the FK, I would say, the Humphreys, and he will kill the Adriatico eventually, which is pretty unfortunate, right? You can see here that even though the Yamagiri killed the Humphreys at the end, it's still kind of too late. We have lost a lot of problems, or at least a lot of things from here. We don't have any cap, which is the biggest problem. They do have less ships, but then there is Yamagiri, and I would have hoped that he will survive, but he did not, and he eat the torpedoes of submarine, which is another devastating thing. So now they have caps, and they also have points. So submarine killed our destroyer, FDR killed our Holland with torpedoes. It's really bad. Our destroyers scored this game completely because we're finally managing to do something now. And if the Yamagiri would have survived and Holland would have survived right now, it would have been a lot different game. But this is something that I'm showing you, that sometimes you do try hard and it just does not happen whatsoever. Coming back to do something about the Brindisi and Nevsky, you can see here our submarine, again, he's doing terrible job. He's absolutely doing terrible job. He did not manage to do anything whatsoever about the Nevsky and Brindisi, and he's dead as well. And well, for some reason, I'm not getting citadels on Brindisi, which is kind of unfortunate. And the Nevsky obviously pop defensive air fire, where it's gonna be a bit rough to do some damage to this guy. I'm just gonna go and drop this guy, but the RNG do come into play. And let's see how much yeah, you can see here, the RNG do come into play. I just only get 2 bomb hits, so it's unfortunate because Malta used to have a lot of bombs, but now there is some RNG. Sometimes you can be pretty devastating, and sometimes you can't be because there is RNG. The bombs have a bit weird dispersion sometimes, so yeah, this is what is happening. On the other hand, I just realized that I have to drop on San Vincent. I'm dropping this guy, but again, San Vincent popped the super heal, so you know it's very tanky battleship, honestly. With the super heal, and if he's bowing in, he can tank quite a bit of damage for some time, which is also a bit of a problem. They also have a lot of points since our submarine died, so this game is gonna be over. But I'm showing you that, well, Malta do have so much capabilities and firepower to deal with anything in the game. And you can see here I got 3 torpedo hits, and we killed the San Vincent, and Shikishima, my division mate, killed the Nevsky, and we also have 1 cap, which is pretty nice. But still, now the RNG will come into play. I want to kill this Brindisi, and I thought the AP bombers will do an absolute good job. I got 3 kills. I know there's a submarine somewhere that I'm not sure. He can actually do a lot of damage since I'm just focusing myself on Brindisi, right? You can see here, I just slow my planes down to get more penetration on the bombs, since if you do slow down the planes on AP bombs, you get effectively more penetration out of those planes, right? And my internet is also kind of messing up a bit, but still you can see here, I'm just dropping this Nevsky here, the Brindisi here, and I'm not getting any citadels out there, which is pretty unfortunate. And their submarine also doing a really high damaging torpedo damage. So yeah, that's one of the problems right now that I have. Maybe if I would have killed the Brindisi, this thing would have gotten a bit different, since I would have got into the cap. But still, it's unfortunate that we lost the game. I spotted the destroyers for the team, but it was a bit too late, I guess. Our destroyers were terrible. They are not doing the right thing. Now, Holland got into the top not because of anything, but he's just shooting down FDR planes. Literally, FDR super tanky planes. He was shooting down those planes. I mean, FDR was really, really bad player. You can see here, he hasn't done anything. Maybe focused on Holland. He got 1-2 torpedo, and that's the reason why he's on top. But Holland literally shot down tons of planes of FDR, and he getting a lot of base XP for that. Otherwise, this guy hasn't done much in this game. Not much. Maybe would have done something, but really not, honestly. Our Wisconsin died because of those torpedo boat destroyers, unfortunately, at the wrong time. And we kind of messed up with our games in this way. Their submarine, obviously, submarine base XP is inflated. He did some good damage to me. If I can show you here, damage received by torpedoes. Yeah, he did like almost half damage to me by torpedoes, and some damage he done. Windy Sea has done some damage. So these are the reasons why we lost. We don't have time to contest the caps. We are a bit too late, and their destroyers were extremely dominating because our destroyers, they are not doing anything really, except to just moving around here and there. You can see here, not a single destroyer is on top. They have a good destroyer, which is Joshua Humphreys. He won them the game, mostly. So yeah, and the Jaegers did control a lot by just pushing the battleships out of those areas. So yeah, anyways, this was a bit of my analysis, and I want to give it that. If you like the gameplay, please let me know down in the comment section below, and tell me your experiences and what do you experience when you have not good destroyers and enemy team have good destroyers mostly. What does happen, and how do you manage to counter these situations? So please let me know down below. I hope you like the gameplay of Malta. I played pretty nicely. I didn't try to farm damage for myself a bit at all. I just focused on doing the best for the team. But anyway, guys, I hope you like the gameplay, and thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you into the next one. Peace out.